When I was contemplating my purpose, like many others, I had to first boil down what that meant. Not in the aspect of the meaning of the word purpose, but my purpose according to who or to what. Then I started to break down my purposes, plural. Those things that I feel are expected of me by both myself and others. Those things that make up who I am, and more importantly, who I want to be. Because like so many others, there have been times that I've looked in the mirror and haven't liked what I've seen. So what are the things that make up me? What do I feel is important? Things like integrity, love, and compassion. Protecting, supporting, and loving my wife, and encouraging and teaching my son. Being an unwavering example of what it means to be a man in a world that's forgotten what that looks like. Helping those around me who are in need, and standing in the gap of injustice. The list goes on and on, so I began to realize that I needed to take a step back to be able to see the forest for the trees. I needed to find the one purpose that encapsulated all the other purposes. It's sort of like when you're driving a car. Your one purpose is to drive, but you have many other smaller purposes. Your foot has a purpose of operating the pedals in a specific way. Your hands, the purpose of steering. Your eyes, the purpose of identifying hazards and navigation. And your brain's purpose to receive all the input, calculate accordingly, and send out the proper signals to make the drive successful. But in the end, the one purpose is to drive. So to get a better look at the situation, I took a step back, further and further and further. And what I found was that my purpose is to love. The one purpose that aligns all of these smaller purposes of my life. I protect and support my wife because I love her. I encourage and teach my son because I love him and he'll be better for it. When I help my neighbor, when I keep a promise, when I stand in integrity even when it hurts, I'm doing it where I should be, out of love. And when I focus on that purpose, all of the other smaller purposes fall into place. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that my purpose is to go around with blinders on, ignoring all of the world's problems and pretending everything is fine so that people will feel all warm and fuzzy around me. Sometimes love has to do the hard stuff. Sometimes love has to intervene. Sort of like when your child gets it wrong. Love requires constructive discipline. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Having said that, I'll always need to put my actions to the litmus test of what love truly is. And I find that in God's Word, the Scriptures, the Bible, written by the author of love himself. Even if you don't even believe in God or the Bible, which I do, it's still the best love story that was ever written, and it's packed with examples of what true love is.